Hey guys, how's it going? Emmett here. Today's video, I want to talk about something that if you're a business owner and you're looking to grow your business, you will absolutely at some point run into very soon or at some point later down the line whenever you actually start to scale and take on new clients. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you have a system built out for fulfillment. You actually know how to deliver for your clients, and maybe you have a system built out for actually getting new clients in and the sales side of the business as well. Now, what's going to happen is that you might find that right now, whenever you're working in the business, and glorified employee, shall we say, and you're the one who's doing the fulfillment and working in the day to day, that because you've got such a small quantity of clients, you can take the time to do the monotonous, tedious things that need to be done for each and every client. So, for example, responding to emails, making follow-up calls with them, chasing them for paperwork, for example, or even just checking in with them every couple of weeks, every couple of months, for the people who aren't ready to go ahead with their deal, go ahead with their purchase, whatever it may be. And maybe they're ready in 6 months down the line. And that's absolutely fine. Because you're dealing with a small amount of clients, you're able to do those day-to-day tasks that you need to do to fulfill for the level of business that you're currently fulfilling for. But most people get into the business world because there isn't a ceiling to how much business they can do. And I'm going to go ahead and assume that you're not necessarily just looking to stay in the same position that you're stood at right now. But the problem is that you're going to run into what's known as operational drag, shall we call it, whereby all of a sudden, let's say you double the level of business that you're currently doing. You might find that it takes you 3 hours of the day to send those emails, do those follow-ups, all of that stuff. But if you double the level of business that you're doing, all of a sudden that's 6. And before you know it, let's say realistically you can get 8 hours of good work in before you completely burn out. You've only got 2 hours left of the day to do anything. How are you going to sell? How are you going to make sure that you see to the things that you need to see to in the business? Compliance, maintaining relationships with introducers, whatever it may be. If you find that you're stuck fulfilling on these monotonous tasks, and this isn't revolutionary, by the way, but you can automate this stuff out. And in today's video, I want to talk to you about automating out the tasks that you're going to find that you run into the bottleneck you whenever you try and hit the new heights that you're looking to hit in your business. Automating simple text messages, automating those emails, and actually just giving yourself some time back as well. And like I said, these aren't revolutionary ideas, but at the same time, if you're an early days business owner watching this, if this is your first attempt at actually trying to introduce some skill and introduce some systemization, sorry, Gary, by the way, uh, then I hopefully can give you that first helping hand and give you an introduction into how you can introduce that into your business as well and use it for yourself, because it's very, very, very simple to set up and it saves you a lot of time so that you can go ahead and focus on the things that you need to focus on, take that step back and actually act as the business owner who has a high level overview of the separate components of his business. He can delegate the follow-ups, he can automate the texts that need to be made, so on and so forth. His job or her job is solely focused on growing that business, getting in new clients and fulfilling for those clients at a cost that is lower than the overall revenue that comes into the business, so you can operate at a profit. So let's go ahead, let's actually get into it and talk you through some of the things you can go ahead and automate straight away. So what you're going to see here is a paid ad pipeline. I'm going to talk you through this. As you can see, this is my account, Emmett McCarry. And what I do, so I'm running paid ads for myself right now. And the way that we do this, we throw up ads, Facebook, Instagram. I've integrated my Facebook and Instagram account here. Whenever a new lead comes through, it comes through to my pipeline on my CRM. And the whole goal here is to get them through to call booked. I want to get my leads into appointments. If you're a broker, you're probably looking to do the same thing as well. You can run paid ads to do this. But you need to actually find a way to manage those leads and get them onto an appointment, move them further down the funnel to a sale, which is what we're trying to do. And you're probably going to have some follow-up calls, things like that. They might not answer straight away. Maybe they were at work when you called them. Obviously a good thing because it means that they have an income. But life got in the way. They couldn't answer the phone. So what you want to do is you want to nurture a little bit. So what I would automatically recommend is go ahead and just have a text message for new leads coming into your system. Maybe somebody opts in through a lead magnet. Maybe somebody opts into your email list organically or something like that. And you can go ahead and automate a text to be sent out to that person. So let's actually go through that. Automation. You'll see here. I'll talk you through it. So paid ads, which is just a folder that I've done. I highly recommend that you systemize this if you can and make it a bit tidier. And you have something like, for example, where is it? Where is it? Goodness sake. Either way, what you want to do, let's just create a new one. You want to create a workflow or an automation for new leads coming into your system. So what we're going to do is, for example, form filled out, for example, form submitted. Some new leads are coming through a form. Add filter. Form is, please select forms. So if I actually haven't built out a form, then so this might be an old campaign. But what you want to do is you want to go ahead, create your form that you actually have on your site where you're generating the leads. And your trigger is going to be whenever the form is filled out that this happens. So I would recommend, let's say, save trigger. So I can't do this. Bear with me, guys. Okay, we're back. So I'm actually going to change the name of this as well. So we just have as a new workflow. If I change this to new lead submission, for example, and we'll put test because this is only a test. New lead submission. So new lead opt-in. We want to get in touch with them, obviously. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to send them a text message. But wait for a second. If we're sending them a text message straight away, number one, it's too needy. But number two, it's very clearly an automation. They're going to know that this isn't a real person. And we don't even need them to fully believe that. But if it's just an automated text system response, click word response, we don't really want that. So we want a certain level of authenticity. So we're going to throw in a wait queue as well. So you can wait for 3 minutes, for example. And then you can send your text. So send SMS. Template. New lead, for example. Hey, is that John? Tim is here. Just checking I have the right number. And they'll say, yeah, it is. Then we can go ahead and call them. They've just confirmed it's them. It's their number. Give them a ring. Oh, hey, John, how's it going? Tim is here. Just so you opt in for our ad. Even better, what you can do is you can set up, in fact, I'll put this straight after the lead. Internal notification, even better. So what this is going to do is it's going to internally notify you that a new lead has come through. So let's say I do email, for example. You can email yourself saying that a new lead has come through. I'm not going to fill this out, by the way, just because, well, you're smart and you should be able to get the point. But for every new lead that comes through, you can notify yourself. You can go ahead, check if they've responded to the text that comes through to them. SMS. Hey, is that John? Just checking I have the right number. You can send an email as well. You can send whatever you want them that email. So let's hit send email, for example. Do I have a template built out for that? I do. New lead. And I just explain a little about my business and how you can help the person as well. You can go ahead and do the exact same thing. You can automate this process so that for new leads that enter your ecosystem, you don't have to go ahead and straight away on the phone. You can delegate this out. You can hire a VA to do this for you. You can hire somebody onshore to do this for you as well. You can hire an admin assistant, whatever it may be, to make those calls. But you can automate the SMS process. You can automate the email process as well. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't run paid ads. I don't have any lead magnets. I don't do social media. I rely exclusively on word of mouth, and I just don't need this. It's absolutely fine. But what you can do, there are still things that you can do. Let's say, for example, you speak with somebody from a word of mouth referral, but you find that they're not necessarily ready until the end of the year. It's going to be 6 or 7 months before that person's ready. You're not just going to let them go, are you? They could go speak to somebody else. They might change their mind. They might just get cold feet and end up completely calling off the process altogether. Throw in email as well. So let's say I start from scratch. Let's do another one. So let's say we take pipeline stage changed. So we want to have our own pipeline for our leads. We want to have different stages of the pipeline. Let's say we have one for new lead. Let's say we have one for appointment booked, appointment had, post-appointment, and email list, for example. Different stages of the pipeline that the lead's at, whereby it is doesn't know you at all, closer to the sale, which is obviously call had and close did. But what we can actually do, let's say I take this in pipeline, we do paid ads, for example, pipeline stage, and I throw in, email nurture. What we're going to do is I save tag, save action, add tag, and I add them to my email list tag. And before you know it, what I can start doing is start pumping out my own email list and my own email nurture sequences to everybody who's on the email list tag. And the way that I do this is I have a trigger for pipeline stage changed whenever they put it into the email nurture stage to add the tag for email list. And for every lead that I have on my email list, they're going to get sent out emails from my email list. And it's going to nurture the person on me, on my service, on my business. And if I speak to their pains and their problems and their uncertainties in the correct way, if I really understand my market, and I position myself as the solution and the bridge and the answer to the problems that they have, they're going to be more inclined to trust me, to get to know me, to like me, and to actually believe that I can deliver and solve the problems that they have. You can do the exact same thing. You can literally do the exact same thing. Now, you might already have your own CRM in place, you might already have your own email system in place, I don't know. But if you're looking for a way to actually nurture the leads that you already have in, to manage everybody in the one place, to generate the leads, but make sure that they actually convert through to business as well, so you're not losing out in any business. There's no point in paying for leads if you're not going to take advantage of them. Then, yeah, I guess you can copy the same system as me. It's no secret. This is publicly available information. There is a link in the first description. You can sign. It's a free trial, by the way. It's completely free to use this if it's something that you want to go ahead and do for free. And if you want to find out about how I can do this for you as well, not for free, I have something to sell you on this one, then you can click on the second link and that'll tell you a little bit more about my service and how I do this on behalf of other people to generate them new business. I'm trying to sell you something, so you don't have to click on it. If you want the free option, click on the first link and you can get the 14-day free trial to use this. But I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. I hope you found it useful. Any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or send me a message on Instagram. I'll link that in the description as well. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one too. Take care.